client tool. We can use this particular tool to send email to bulk people. So that's the deal. So let me log in and see what happens to this Mailchimp account from my side. I think it is already automatically logged in. Yeah, I believe so. Okay, so I'm coming down. So there are several options with the Mailchimp, but however, we need to use this exclusively for our email marketing, and this is the purpose why this tool was actually found out. Okay, so Mailchimp tool was actually found out to help people, okay, to send emails. Now there are several options inside this particular tool. Okay, so this is created with my Google Workspace ID. Okay, great. So if you look at the left side, so basically the dashboard in which you'll be having all the details. There is an option to create. You can either create a store, you can create an email, you can create a template. There are several options. And the next one talks about the audience, which means basically people, okay, who are going to receive your promotional materials and all the stuff. Every time you create an email, we call this one as a campaign. Okay. Every campaign will have a goal why you create this behind, reason behind creating this. And the fourth one is talking about automations. Okay, automation is basically uh, sending an email to the person automatically based on the communication that they have. Okay, you can also design a website using Mailchimp. That is purely your choice. We are going to touch it. There is something called content studio. Basically, a studio is something where you create content or edit content, and integrating your Mailchimp with WordPress, Blogger, or any other third-party content management system is also available. Okay, so there is an option which talks about create. So let me click on this one and see what are the different options we have under creating. Okay, so we can create an email. Okay, there is something called the customer journey. Okay, which means like you have a contact. Now you can understand how this contact is coming inside and how this contact is going away from your email database or your website. Okay, and we have something called email template. This email template is something where you can create it, we can keep it ready made, and you can use it immediately. Okay, this means that you can design your own template. So there's something called a landing page where you can use it for promoting your business or survey. You can also create a survey. Okay, I mean promoting a business or product or services. There is something called survey. Mailchimp is also offering an advertisement. You can also create a social post. You can create a sign up form. Now Mailchimp as a service is coming up with several options. But whichever you want to create, I really want you to go ahead and create one. Okay. And the other option we have here is the audience. Okay, audience means those people who are going to receive your updates. So these are all the people who are called audience. You have to add these contacts to Mailchimp right now. Okay, so you have to add this contact to Mailchimp. There are several options here. Okay, you can also label and separate each and every subscriber using a tag by giving a separate tags for them. Okay, there is an option called view contacts, the contacts who are added to your contact database. I did not add anyone. Okay, it will take me as one audience, I believe. Okay, because I am the one who subscribed. So Amudha 3907. Okay, so this is the only email address which is there. Okay, now what I can do, I can go ahead and click on add contacts. There are two ways of adding a contact to your Mailchimp database. One is like add a subscriber, which means like you can manually go ahead and add an individual here, okay, who can be a part of your email database. So one after another. For example, you can go ahead and type the email address. For example, okay, I'll type this email address. Okay. So these are all autofill. Okay, don't think that it is not coming for you. Okay, autofill means like whenever you are filling up a form on a regular basis, Google Chrome will remember this. If you feel this is the right, you can simply go click on it, and it says my email ID, my first name, last name, the address if I have, the location, okay, and all the details. If it is true, that's okay. If you want, you can add your date of birth, okay, which means like 0703, which means the month and the date. And tag is something which is used to segment your visitors. Okay, you can add this tag something like, if this is a lead that is coming from YouTube, okay, you can add something like YouTube. Okay, so that you can understand how many people have, come to your contact base through YouTube or something like that. Okay, so we are actually adding this person manually, so which means the person has manually requested to add him in the email database. Okay, so however, if I have already added this person into my database, I can update his profile or something like that. Okay, now I am adding a subscriber individually, so I click on subscribe. Okay, now he becomes the subscriber of my newsletter or the content. Okay, so it was successfully added to your audience. So now I have two people in my contact. So this is one way of adding a contact. There is another way of adding a contact, which is basically called import contacts. Okay, importing contacts, which means you have a text file or a comma separated value file which has the first name, last name, phone number, email address, and the other stuff. Okay, now you can upload any of the sheet or the content which you have, and you can bulk upload the database. Now remember, you need to have the email addresses with you, so that is how it will work out for you. Okay, basically. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on upload a file which talks about a CSV or text file, or I can copy and paste, okay, the content from another source. Now let me choose the copy and paste option and continue to upload. Now when I click on the continue to upload, there is an option which is coming, paste your contact information into this field. The contact information should be in this format. Okay, the first column should be email, the next should be the first name, and the next should be the last name. Okay, which talks about the address and all the details. Okay, so let me just give it a try about doing this. Okay, and I have a different accounts here. Okay, let me switch to my blogging account, which has, okay, Google Forms, okay, where I have a database of people who has subscribed to my digital marketing course through my Google Forms or by coming through my amudhakumar.com website. Okay, so now I'm going to take this database. I'm going to help you to showcase. Okay, I'm just using a notepad which I can use it online just to organize my stuff. Okay, because if I use a notepad on my system, the screen recording will not record the content. Now that is the deal. Okay, let me give it a try. So Google Forms, I think this email ID is what I'm using, right? Yeah, so go to Google Forms. So it's still loading. Okay, let it take its own time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my name and the email address from the Google Forms, okay, and I'm going to organize the content, okay, on my notepad file. Okay, so this is the form which I'm using. Okay, so Amudhakumar's digital marketing course form, so that people can fill up and submit. So like this, what you need to do, you need to learn to create forms online in our website or by putting the promotional link and make people to sign up for the services so that you get the highly targeted audiences. Okay. Now this says I have 45 responses. Okay. Out of these 45 responses, I have the names of the people. Okay. Look at this one. Okay. I have the details here and how they are selected. So there are several details, and if you see, it is showing the details as summary. Okay, there is something called a question, which means like I have raised a question to those people. Okay, so each and every person, so there is a separate name also. Okay, and if I want, I can see their names as an individual. Okay, like this. Now I can look at this, or I can click on this, and I can click on this create a spreadsheet. Okay, so existing spreadsheet, so I'm creating a new spreadsheet so that all my contacts database is taken to the spreadsheet and it is going to show me. I think I don't need a notepad file if I have the spreadsheet. Okay, let me check it out. How does this works out? So this spreadsheet will have my subscribers first name, last name, email address, phone number, okay, and those details. Okay, you can look at this one here, so timestamp. Okay, so here it is. So this is the name of the person, okay, whom he, okay, subscribed to me. This is only a name, there is no last name. Okay, I have only names here. So let me go ahead and choose all this name, which is somewhere around 46, and I copy all these names and I put it under here. I think it is difficult for me to manage in Notepad, so let me do it in this Excel sheet itself. So this Excel sheet has the format, okay, like the name, email, and the next format is the phone number. Okay. Now, if I look into this Mailchimp's account, okay, if I look into this Mailchimp account, the format it says is first should be the email address, the next should be the first name, the third one should be the last name, and the last one should be the address. So if I give my email address and the first name, it is going to take only the email address and the first name. Okay, so it will always make sure the values in the email address section is email, and the next second column is the first name, third column is the last name. But however, there is an option for us to organize also. Okay, so now what we do, I have name here and I have email here. So as per the format, okay, what does the Mailchimp says, okay, I need to have email first, okay, then I need to have the name first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to insert this before the name. Okay, I think the operation is happening or not. Okay, so I actually inserted a new line. Now if you see, wait, what happened? There's a problem for cutting and pasting, or it needs some additional settings to be done. Okay, so let me copy this and paste it here. Yeah. Now if you see, the first one is the email, the next one is the name. So I have only name and email. So what I'm going to do, I copy the email address and I copy the name, right, and I come down and I select the content. Okay, so I selected the format, first is email, next is name, because if I look into the Mailchimp format, the first one is the email and the next is the first name. So with the same content, I'm pasting it. Okay, now if you see, okay, so first Mr. Prabhu, so it is with a space. Now it will take Sivakumar as a first name and Venugopal as a last name. It will take only Sandhya as the first name. So Kartika, no, say Kartika, Tanra, something like that. Okay, so there is something called a test. So I want to remove this test. I don't want this test. Okay. Lokesh, Vishnu Priya, Pavitra, Selvaraj. Okay. So if I look at all these contents, so there seems to be a duplication. So let me remove one duplication. Same application received twice. Okay. So Mr. Vel Murugan, Arun, okay, all of this stuff. So 43 people. Now I copied and pasted the content here, and I'm clicking on continue to organize. Now there may be a confusion, okay, between the email address, phone number, something like that. I have to help them out. So there is something called a subscriber, which means like I can organize these people who are subscribed to my regular updates and newsletter, or I can, if I want to unsubscribe somebody, I can remove them. Okay, so I'm going to help them under subscribe. So continue to tag, easily organize it. So sign up or create a tag. How do I create a tag? I will create a tag as Amudhakumar. Okay, why? They signed up for the service through amudhakumar.com. Okay, so Amudhakumar. So continue to match. So now it says we have 43 contacts were recognized in this file, and the email addresses are recognized. That is good, but the second one is not recognized. So there is some issues. Why? Okay, I will click on this, and the second column, the Mailchimp database is unable to find out what is the values inside. So I'm going to tell them that, oh, this is the first name, and I confirm. Now the Mailchimp is able to understand, okay, oh, is this the first name? Yeah. Okay, now it says there are two columns, one talks about the email, another talks about the first name. Now when I click on finalize import, it is going to import the 43 contacts with the first column value as email and the next column value as a first name. Okay, now I have created a database of people. So when I click on complete import, the complete email addresses will get into my contacts. Now when I say click on view imported contacts, I can do so by clicking on this. Now it is going to tell me what are all the contacts that I have imported. Now earlier I had two contacts in my contacts base. Now I have 44 contacts. Okay. So totally I have 44 contacts in my email database. And these are all these 44 contacts. Okay. Can you see here? Right. Now I have added these 44 contacts, okay, from a source where I collected. So obviously these people knows me. Okay, this guy is Amudhakumar and he is sending out these emails. And all these people are my subscribers now. Okay. Now what I can do, I can add more database like this. Okay. And I can go ahead and create a campaign and select this contact and send them an email. So this is the whole show basically. So what if they call it as, okay, 42 contacts matches your conditions, so send campaign. So from here itself what I can do, I can click on the send campaign option. So there are already campaigns which I have created and I already have. One is a Facebook or Instagram ad, Facebook to similar contacts, or I can send an email campaign. So which means if I click on this email campaign, it will take me to create a email layout and the template. Okay. If you see here, so this is the form. So the two form is already filled. So it has a 42 recipients. So out of 44, only 42 is taken. Maybe Mailchimp is validating it. Okay. Now I'm going to click on the add from section, which means they receive an email from Amudha from the email address amudan3907. If I do not want to say amudan3907, I can also replace it with admin@amudhakumar.com. But will Mailchimp allow me by using a role-based email address? I don't know. Okay, so let me click on save. Okay, and if I come down at the bottom, okay, subject, what is the subject line for this campaign? So I need to add the subject where I say a demo email for email marketing. Okay, a demo email for email marketing, or I can say something like, hey, how are you doing? Hey, how are you doing? Okay, so this is Amudhakumar. Okay, it's okay. Okay, love. Okay, this is Amudhakumar, love to connect with you. So this is Amudhakumar. Okay, so this is the subject, and the preview text is like, okay, wish to connect with you after a long time, because they have subscribed to my services, they have been with me, they have taken my courses, they studied with me, so I know them. Okay, so when I click on save, automatically this is done. So this is going to be an email of, hey, how are you doing, something like that. Okay, and the content, yes, right now I'm going to design this email. So click on this design this email, So that is basically called the classic builder and the new builder. Okay, the classic builder is traditional, the new builder is like you can directly edit in the front end. Okay, so whatever may be your choice. So let me go with the classic or the new one. Okay, click updated user interface to edit the content. So whichever you prefer, so let me go with the new builder, that is a beta version. Okay, and that's going to help me to edit the content one after another. Okay, so this is the editor. So this is how this looks like. So view this email in your browser. Okay, so this is a logo where I can click. Okay, I can replace. So basically the space product social button layout. So this is a logo which is already there. So I can click on this logo on the left side. So click on set logo and I can put my own images. Okay, whichever I call it as a logo here. Right. I will put my own photographs. Okay. Okay. A photo that is very simple. Okay. Where is that? I just had one photo here. I think I can choose something like this. So let me try to import and see. So I just import a photo that can fit into this size. Otherwise, you have to redesign it. Okay, so this is going to be something irrelevant. So this is not my requirement. So let me go ahead and I tried to replace this. No, I want to change this. I think I have to start from the start. Okay, so edit. Okay, so edit the content here. This is the logo. So this is the image. Okay, when I try to replace the logo, it is actually taking to the library. Okay, that's a problem. So now I have to add one more logo inside my files. Okay, so there are some files here. I will try to add this logo and try to insert. Let me see. So this one just shows my face. Now our responsibility is to choose an image that best fits into this place. Okay, now it's time to design your email. Okay, hope you are doing great. Okay, so it says like it has been a long time we connected, and I thought I can say a hi just to renew our thoughts. Okay, I'm not going to promote anything, I'm not going to tell them anything. So it has been a long time I connected with them. Each and every individual have taken a course with me. Okay, so they know me personally, and I'm just sending out this email. So now you can design this template as per your choice. Okay, and you can add a photograph of your choice. So go here, add upload image. Okay, so any image that you have that looks pretty professional, very interesting, so people can have a look at it. Okay, let me open this now. So in order to do this, you should know how to create an image. That is when we use the canva.com to create. Okay, so you can just simply edit, modify that, and you have the image here, and select this image, and you know it doesn't look little professional, so I just want to make this text fully into proper casing. Okay, so B G, great. and I come down, so that is add button text. So what I'm going to do, link to https colon www.amudhakumar.com, so that people can go ahead and click on this and they can come. Okay, and oh my god, so it's working, so the link is working, so that's what I'm trying to say. So this is basically amudhakumar.com. So add a button text, I need to replace this text, okay, which means like this it, explore more, more. Now this is okay. Now if I want to add my social icons, yes, I can do it. Otherwise what I can do, I can click on this and I can delete this social icon section, okay, which I don't need it if I don't want. Okay, otherwise of course if I want, I can also click on the plus symbol and add those, but however I don't prefer. Okay, and there is something at the bottom, okay, so which talks about the copyright claim, okay, subscription, unsubscribe, update preferences, and unsubscribe. Okay, so if I don't want this, I can remove it, but make sure that you need to have your unsubscription box available. Okay, so list description I don't want. Okay, links, update preferences I don't want. Unsubscribe should be there always. Okay, if I don't want the copyright information also, I can remove this. Okay, so it says there is something called if not end. Okay, if not archive page html list address html end if, okay, unsubscribe. So there is only an option to unsubscribe or something like that. Now I have designed my email, okay, and I'm going to preview this, which means that how it will look like. Okay, so this is how it will look like in the inbox of the people. So people can look at this and they can check this one. Okay, so explore more. Okay, so this is the option that is there on the computer. This is how it looks like on the mobile phone. Okay, now that's it. So this is one of the email that I have designed, and what I'm going to do, recipients email, so it is going to send to all the people. So I'm going to close this preview. Okay, now so you are doing this, so this is how the preview looks like. So let me move on to the next step. Okay, so finally if I click on, okay, I think it is send. Okay, now the campaign is being sent to the people. I think it is not yet sent, so it's still in the preview. Now you see, I have my two email addresses created with the 42 recipients. I'm sending it from my website amudhakumar.com. This is the subject is, and this is how the content is. Okay, see, we automatically added required referral page to your email footer to remove the batch. So which means because we are using the free version of the Mailchimp, they have added their Mailchimp's icon at the bottom. So that is what they are saying. Okay, so add a social post to your campaign. Okay, so I'm not adding it. So this is how it is. So my campaign is ready. So what I did, I added the email database. Okay, and those people are from the same subscription services. So I segmented the right way. I don't have a combination of email. I have only this. Okay, and I have added my from email. I have added my subject and the content. And what happened is finally my email is ready to be sent. See, remember, if you are not doing things right, and if it is like if you are getting an email from internet copy paste or something like that, Mailchimp can understand that you are taking it from somewhere which is not right, and Mailchimp will assign a very low quality score for all your email contacts and database. So that's not going to help you anyway. Okay. Now what are we going to do here? You need to make sure if there is any error, you have to fix it. Okay, and click on send. Okay, now it says you are about to send a campaign to online professional digital marketing trainer with 42 subscribers. Okay, now send. Okay, so my contact database, the email is being sent to all of the people. Now it's out there. Hey, how are you doing, Amudhakumar? Okay. Now I have sent the email. Now after this only, I can go ahead and see how many people opened this email, how many people looked into this one, and all the stuff. Okay, that's we basically called the analytics, and you generally need to check it today or day after tomorrow, so you can understand what is the open rate out of 43 or 42, how many people opened your email, and out of this 43, how many people clicked on your link inside. So that is called, click through ratio. Okay, open ratio, click through ratio. And if somebody has signed up for your service, that's basically the conversion ratio. Okay, and if the email is not delivered, that is basically called the bounce and all the stuff. Okay, that you can see it under your reports or any other sections. Okay, automations, reports. Yeah, so there is a report section. So automatically, let me say I have sent email to 42 people. If there is a invalid email address or something like that, okay. Now it will tell me how many emails I have sent. Look at this report. It says, "Hey, how are you doing?" So, which is like, this is how it is. Now this is sent, and you know what? None of them opened. None of them clicked on this email. Okay, so it says view report. Okay, so when I click on this report, if people have opened this, okay, it will show me, how many people opened, how many people clicked on it, because I sent it just now. Okay, now if you see campaign benchmarking, so the data are yet to be collected. So it will say, thank God, now email were bounced because all the email addresses are valid. None of them unsubscribed because the email is yet to be delivered to them. Okay, none of them clicked on the link, obviously because just now it is sent. Now after 24 hours or something like that. Okay, see, this is successful delivery now. It's 100%. So all the email addresses are really good. So 100% delivery. So like this, you can track the performance after sending out the email. Okay, so this is how basically we can send out an email to our contacts database the right way.